So SAFEgroup Automation is a leading system integration company in Australia. We're Ignition Premier Integrator. Our goal is really to make sure we've got long-term trusted innovation partners for business. We really pride ourselves on working on projects that are collaborative and really get great community outcomes. Also, we were pretty fortunate this year to enter the ICC Buildathon Challenge, and our team was lucky enough to come first this year, which we're extremely proud of. And I think one of the features of ICC and Ignition, I think, is certainly the community. It's an incredible community that is experienced and supporting each other. And our trip to the US and that event really symbolized that, and we came away from that, certainly very fortunate to win it, but yeah, very proud.
I just want to say you have well-deserved bragging rights. Your team did an incredible job, and so thanks for all you do. You have the floor to brag, please.
Thanks, Don. Okay, the slides are just a little bit lagging, so just bear with me. Okay, so the project that we submitted for the Discovery Gallery for ICC was with the Department of Environment and Water in South Australia. It was around the Patawalonga Lake System. You'll see there that's the southern gates of the Weir control system. This project was an upgrade and was one of the most critical infrastructure projects for the state government. It's a high-profile area, and it's a man-made lake system that protects the Glenelg region from flooding. In 2004, there was a flood event that caused significant damages to people's homes and the like. So this upgrade path included upgrading some of the physical infrastructure in the gates, but a big part of this was the control system upgrade. The control system upgrade was there to really make sure that it was future-proof for what it needed to do in the future. The challenges with this project was that it's such a critical infrastructure project. It had to have a seamless transition. So we had to make sure that the testing and the planning, upfront planning, to make sure that what we were building was going to be sustainable and make sure that we weren't going to put it in jeopardy. We had to take into real consideration around any high tidal events or high rain events. So difficult project to manage. We knew we had to do that carefully. So in the decision-making process, we needed a platform that was going to be able to work with disparate systems. Really, the main part of this project was to make sure that any existing systems, or how we actually tie multiple data sets in with different protocols, was really going to be high value, and being able to tie in different APIs. The offsite testing was going to be paramount. We needed to make sure that we had a system that was going to be able to be fully simulated and tested offsite, but then be able to be deployed quickly, because we didn't have a lot of downtime. This led to us selecting Ignition as the platform. You'll see there the topology that and the architecture has a relatively complex network to it. It's got redundant servers on premises, but the cloud host options create additional redundancy and features which our customer really loved. So I guess as far as the solution goes, you'll see here, this is part of the network topology. The seamless integration was paramount, but what we built in Ignition was we even, with the network switches and the full topology of redundancy, we were able to use SNMP type protocols to make sure that switches and networks and everything that and the OT side was visibly facing, and we knew when we had any issues straight away. The cloud enabled future-proof design, so it really, particularly when it comes to how the operators and maintainers can access the system remotely through smart devices and the like. So that was a big part of what the solution needed to incur. As far as the features, this was a highly innovative project. The tidal flow data that we brought in was real time. We then control the gates based on that tidal flow data. We even have AI algorithms that predicting the tide 5 days out in advance. That allows us to control the lakes. So in a king tide or a high rainfall event, we can actually drop the lakes well ahead of time, and that creates a lot more capacity in the system and protects the community. We also, it's a complex system. It has 23 modes built into it. The 23 modes means that it's difficult for operators to understand why gates are operating. The history was that previously they'd get another engineering company to come in to make changes, and that wasn't aligned with the safety function. So we built videos into Ignition and showed the functional description, and ran through where on the SCADA they needed to be looking to make sure that the control system was doing what it should have been doing from the original functional description. We also built a chat box feature, really cool function, allows for the operators and the maintainers to talk, and all that's recorded within Ignition. Another part, they had a disparate CCTV system. We actually built the CCTV for real-time surveillance into Ignition, so we don't need that secondary system anymore, and it means that all the history is captured. We had PTZ, so any alarms that happen in Ignition, like high levels, the cameras would automatically pan tilt to them locations, which is a great outcome for the customer. We also there was 20 years of historical data in the existing system, and they wanted to bring that back over, and we did that seamlessly, and that integrated straight into Ignition, and all the trending and existing data just flowed in like it'd been in Ignition from day one. You'll see down the bottom of this slide, as part of the design, we built it in so that it was mobile friendly, and so the app function on a mobile device really worked well and was a strong outcome for the customer, which is great. The key benefits, obviously, to improve the flood protected area. We did that. There's not long after it being installed, there was a flood event and a high tide. And the system worked perfectly. We'll be able to monitor. We managed it, and we reduced the chance of a flood in that region, which was really great to see the system in operation. We also put quality monitoring water sensors. This area is really prone to dolphins and other wildlife, marine life, and so the way that we exit water in and out of the system makes sure that we're not damaging wildlife, but we're also keeping clean water in there for them as well. So it's been a huge outcome. The remote monitoring and control, second to none with the way that the customer can now access remotely, as well as us as a support group as well. Unexpected benefits, data-driven insights, the public confidence in the system and the way that the state government has presented the system to the community has been really fantastic. And the system's now adaptable for future stuff. We're looking at future rainfall data and a whole lot of other stuff that will come in, which is really exciting. So overall, just in summary, before it was a semi-automated system, very delay human dependent. Now it's fully automated. It's instantaneous. The sensor data comes in real time. Monitoring is remote, 24/7. We've got great alarming. The quality management really was passive and reactive, whereas now it's active, and we're really on top of the water quality coming through that area. The data availability, now it's got real-time historical trends, but we're also getting automated reporting, which gives the government more data around the reports that they're getting out of the system. And the beautiful thing about the main project is that it's the community confidence is really high. So